So we continue our lecture topic 3 incident prevention with ABC model. Okay, what is a ABC model? ABC model, A is stand for antecedents, B is stand for behavior, C is stand for consequences. Antecedent is referring to the trigger behavior. Behavior is referring to human performance. And lastly, consequences is referring to either reinforce or punish behavior. Only 4 types of consequences. Number 1 is referring to the positive reinforcement, R plus. Do this and you will be rewarded. And number 2 is negative reinforcement, R negative. Do this or else you will be penalized. And number 4 is punishment. If you do this, you will be penalized. E is extinction. Ignore it and it will go away. Consequences influence behaviors based upon individual perception of. Number 1 is significant, positive or negative. So it is referring to magnitude, large or small, impact to a personal or other. And for the timing, it will be immediate or future, and consistency, it is certain or uncertain. Okay, both positive R plus and negative R minus reinforcement can increase behavior. For example, R plus. Any consequence that follows a behavior and increase the probability that the behavior will occur more often in the future, you get something you want. Good safety suggestion, Joe. Keep bringing N up. So this is the R positive. Means that the employer encourage the employee to do a good behavior. One more report like this and you are out of here. R negative. R negative means a consequence that strengthens any behavior that reduce or terminate the consequence. You escape or avoid something you don't want. So, maksudnya kat sini, okay, bos kamu, ugut kamu, dia kata, okay Ali, kalau tak siap report ni, kamu keluar daripada pejabat saya. Ataupun kalau you tak siap report ni, you tak dapatkan projek ni, saya akan pecat kamu. So, yang ni adalah R negative. This is the graph that show the performance the performance versus time. Okay, when the time is 0, the performance is high. So the performance will decrease as the time increase. This is the effect of the punishment. Okay, for the effect of extinction, the performance will increase and then until at the certain time it will decrease. Okay, if you see this type of performance curve, you can bet management by negative reinforcement is the predominant management style. Performance will increase by time and then it will increase back, increase and maintain. by time. Accident and productivity. Principle of incident prevention. Number one is accident prevention is a good management. Management and workers must fully cooperate. Top management must lead. There must be an OSH policy. Must have organization and resources to implement policy. Finally, best available information and technology must be applied. Why need to prevent the accident? For legal, an employee should not have to risk injury at work, nor should others associated with the work environment. Number two is human rights. Many governments realize that poor occupational safety and health performance result in costs to the state. For example, through social security payment, to the incapacitated, cost for medical treatment, and the loss of employability of the worker. Employing organization also sustain costs in the event of an incident at work, such as legal fee, fines, compensatory damage, investigation time, lost production, lost goodwill from the workforce, from customers, and from the wider community. And for the business, occupational safety and health requirements may be reinforced in civil law and or criminal law. It is accepted that without the extra encouragement of potential regulatory action or litigation, many organizations would not act upon their implied moral obligation. Basically, this is the test question that related to the item that I already explained before. Okay, direct versus indirect. Accident cause iceberg. Okay, basically this is direct cause, as you can see at the surface of the sea. So we call iceberg. Actually, or in the real situation, indirect cause under the sea, under the surface of the sea, the indirect cost is more compared to direct cost. It is estimated that for $1 indirect accident cost, there are anywhere from $4 to $11 in indirect or hidden costs. Okay, imagine an iceberg. Normally, the small one is direct. The largest one is called as hidden cost. Okay, this is the iceberg analogy accident cost. Okay, normally direct cost we will see for the medical payment, compensation. Okay, what is the hidden cost, or we call as the indirect cost? Number one is breaking in substitute temporary workers, loss of goodwill, damaged equipment, administrative costs, lost time by fellow workers, change in WC rating, overtime by employees, supervisor time to investigate, and poor efficiency due to the breakup of crew. The hidden cost, insured cost covering injury, ill, health or damage, and hidden uninsured 8 to 36 times as much as insured cost. Number one is product and material damage. Number two is plant and building damage. Number three is tool and equipment damage. Number four is expenditure or on emergency. Number five is fines. Number six, legal costs. Number 7 is investigation time. Number 8 is supervisor's time diverted. Number 9 is clerical work. Number 10 is overtime working. Number 11 is temporary labor. 12 is loss of expertise or experience supplies. 13 is clearing site. 14 is production delay. This is referring all to hidden costs. Okay, accident prevention cost is referring to these 3 items. Number 1 is design cost. For example, to install machine guard. Number 2 is operational cost. It's referring to training cost and personal protective equipment. And safeguarding the future cost referring to health, surveillance and audit. For the cost-benefit analysis of control measure, you need to compare specific accident cost with cost of specific improvement being suggested. And for the quality management, the new approach to OSH, Principle of Incident Prevention, 50s is still true but must add following details. Must have organization and resources to implement policy. Number 1 is proactive upstream control and planning. Number 2 is continual improvements. Number 3 is management system approach. Finally, the best available information and technology must be applied, or we call as risk-based OSH management system. For the top management commitment and business integration, number 1, DuPont 10 Principle of Safety Management. It states that all injuries and occupational illness are preventable. Management is directly responsible for doing this. Safety is a condition of employment. Training is required. Safety audits and inspection must be carried out, and deficiency must be corrected promptly. And after that, the top management commitment and business integration, number 2 is DuPont 10 Principle of Safety Management. All safe practices, incidents and injury accident will be investigated. Safety away from work is as important as safety at work. Accident prevention is cost effective. The highest cost is human suffering. And finally, the employees must be actively